Hello there. There seems to be two people in. How you doing? Long time no see. Long time since I've done one of these. Let five people in. My goodness, he's not all at work, man. I just thought I would try doing this again. I'm not very keen on these live videos, but I miss having the interaction as such. So it's nice to have a wee chat again. I can't read your comments. So I'm going to say, hello, Richard. Knives Knives. Hello. What time is it over there? 11 people in. Yes, you're all very welcome. I didn't expect that. Um, I just thought I would try another wee video. Bakan, hello from Croatia. Hello there, my mate. Falcual, how's it going? I'm not sure how to pronounce that names. Tat Jones, how you doing? Nice to see you. I'm really just doing this to see if anybody's got a wee chat. If they got any questions they want to ask. Hello, Mark. How are you? Nice to see you. This is Mark Congerton. That's the fella who does the waffle videos. Congi's knife sales that I keep telling you about. He's in the chat there. He has a great one up at the minute on 5 more custom knives. I think it's £10 to go, this one. But you're going to get the pick of a £300 or roughly thereabout knife. So get over to Mark Congerton and see him. Oh, I've got an incoming call. Hang on, I'm just going to decline this. Yeah, I was surprised. I was going to say, yes, I've got all my knives around me here. I'm down in the caravan as normal for the summer. So I've got all my knives around. If anybody wants to see any knives or just ask any questions, just fire ahead. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on. Probably about half an hour ago. But if there's any news you've got, like, what are you carrying? To be honest with you, I haven't even picked a knife for today yet. I've been sitting up the front room watching videos. Sally had a lion, and I haven't even picked a knife. So why don't you pick a knife for me? Out of the knives that you know I have, pick a knife. Hi, Paddy. What are you going with today? You tried any whittling yet? Andrew, I haven't. I've actually got the wood. It's actually in a bag down here. I got myself some... Where is it? I got myself some basswood. But I haven't actually started whittling yet. We had the grandkids down all weekend, so I've got a stack of these wee blocks of basswood I ordered off Amazon, which was very reasonably priced, I have to say. But I'm going to try and get to it this week or this weekend. Even I don't have any grandkids this weekend, so it's going to be quiet. Hello, oh, that's Mark. What's your most expensive knife you own? Now, there's a question. It used to be much more expensive, but I've got rid of a lot of my expensive ones. The most expensive one I own is probably my Hinderer, Mark, which are about £300. Where's my Hinderer? Oh, it's up here. Probably my Hinderer, about £300. Michael Morgan, hello. I haven't seen your videos in a minute. I'm looking for something different for my EDC. Do you have any recommendations? Recommendations for ED? Well, to be quite honest, I've really gone into traditional knives, and I'm carrying, every day I carry a traditional knife now. Yes, I sometimes mix it up and I'll have a more modern knife. But for traditionals, I'm going to give you two. One that this is a Lion Steel, and this is the Oatnut from Lion Steel. I love that blade steel. This is a modern traditional, which I've really fallen in love with. A black wood on the handle. Beautiful 4-fingered knife. M390 steel. You have to hunt about to get them. I don't even know if they make them anymore. But most of the Lion Steel are pretty good knives if you want a modern. Another modern one I've just got the hold of. I got this from Congi at Congi's Knife Sales. I bought this one from him. This is the Three Rivers Viator. Took me ages. I've been looking for this knife for ages. A beautiful slicing knife and a very slim carry pocket knife. Beautiful knife. But as far as traditional goes, to be honest with you, most of the time I'll have I've just got so many that I choose from now. I'll have mostly a GEC. That's the boy's knife. And There's another. This is another one that's really popular with me at the minute. It's a smaller GEC. This is a number 25, and it's about a three-finger knife. I can't get the four fingers out. It's a three-finger, but it is a really sturdy, good blade thickness for a small knife, and I love that sheep's foot. Really, really good. So I carry even smaller knives now because I'm running about the caravan, and most of the time I just have a pair of tracksuit bottoms on, so I just throw smaller knives into it. Although I have just got a beautiful case knife, and this is one of the Tony Bowes Select. This is absolutely stunning. I love having this pocket. I just got the Pena Bronco. Michael, the Pena Bronco looks beautiful. It really does. This is in AWL 34. I think it's AWL 34. Beautiful case. I'll just show you the other blade. Just a jackknife, but it is stunning. Really, really beautiful knife. I have to say, I am really enamored with that. The GEC Pro, yeah. Paddy, I'm from County Wexford. How you doing? I have been to County Wexford. I used to have a motorhome for a few years. It was a few years ago. Hi there, class. How you doing? So I travelled right around Ireland in my motorhome. We've done Ireland, Scotland, Wales, a bit of England. But we had so much fun at home. It was very hard to get away and go and pay the money to go on a boat. And we just went right round the whole outside of Ireland. It was lovely. Really was. There's not a bad county in Ireland for views, sights and friendliness. And that's the truth. I loved my own country touring around it more than anywhere else, I think. Being as I'm an ex-sailor, I've travelled around foreign countries. I have no real desire to go foreign anymore. Plus the fact I'm getting old, I can't be bothered with flights and all that. Been to Scotland twice, got married there. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, but Scotland's a lovely place no matter what your past memories are. Hope your wife's not listening. I don't want to get hammered. No. Well, what are you carrying? What are you carrying? Give me an idea of what you're carrying. What you like to carry are any of you just traditional, or are you all the modern folder type? I still have modern folders. I have a drawer full of modern folders that, I can break out at any time and use. I have a lot of older ones that I just couldn't get rid of, because they're just good knives. I've drawers full, but I'm not carrying them anywhere near as much as I used to carry modern folders. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is an age thing. That's a great looking case, Jack. It is, Andrew. It is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stupid price to buy it, but it was lovely. I really appreciate it. What's your Grail knife, Paddy? My Grail knife. Do you know? I don't know anymore, and that's the God's truth. I've been really fortunate this last couple of years. When I had a bit of money when my mum passed away, I managed to buy most of my Grails that I had. My Grail knife is just the next one. Yeah, Michael, you just leaned forward as you put that up there. My Grail knife is just more sort of. Here's where Congy is a very bad man, by the way. Mark Congerton in the comments. He does an awful lot of custom knives. This is one that I got from him, MDK, Michael Duplessis. So getting custom knives is probably my Grail knives now. What the other thing that I'm trying to do, and I know you think I was waffling about it, but I'm trying to get a Paddy's Potato Peelers knife for the channel. Now, it's going to be a traditional, because I can get that made by a custom maker. So I've done the drawings for it, and I've sent the drawings off to Ashley Harrison, who is a fantastic knife maker over here. Him and his father own Arthur Wright Knives, but Ashley is a custom knife maker in his own right. His is one. Here you are. This is one of the ones that I got off Ashley that you've seen on my channel. Oh, this is one that Ashley made for me. I gave him the ideas. Oh, sorry, I'm getting phone calls. This is one that Ashley made for me. I gave him the idea, and he just went and run with it. It's the most beautiful knife. Beautiful slap on it. So he has got the drawings and the materials that I wanted on. It's just going to be a Barlow knife, a single-bladed Barlow. It's going to have PPP on the tang, and it's going to have like the three-leaf clover on the bolster. There's going to be no shield. It's probably going to be a wooden handle. Beautiful clip, a swooping clip blade. I think it's beautiful. So he's making me one. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take, probably months. Hello, Desert Fox, how you doing? And SMK, medium toothpick and stag made by Queen. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I don't have many Queen knives, but I've an awful lot of knives that Queen made for other people. I think I've only got one. I've got a Queen City. I think that's my only Queen knife that I've got made by Queen. So yeah, Ashley Harrison's making the knife for me, going to give it to me, and then we're going to do small batch runs of them. So when he makes it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a video up. I'm going to show you the knife. I'm going to ask whoever wants it, you pay the money to Ashley, and then he makes them. They're going to do them. If it's, if there's 25, we'll get 25 made, and then he'll get them out to us, and he'll send them to me probably, and I'll post them out to you once I've had them through my hands. Jared, how you doing, friend? I'm very sorry. New to this thing. I have a couple of Stockman's choppers. Do you know when I first started, I had very few slip joint knives because that's what I grew up with. And yes, Michael, it's going to be a Paddy's clip. So I'm really looking forward for Ashley whenever he gets a chance. Look, this could be months in the making, probably over a year in the making. But I've started the ball rolling. I'm going to get the prototype made. Then I'm going to show you it. And I know some of you will want them. I'm trying to keep them about the £100, which for a custom-made knife is not bad going. So that's my goal, and me and Ashley are trying to work that out. No promises yet, but we're going to be in and around that figure. It's going to be made in 440C because it's a blade steel that I like. An awful lot of people saying they can't get, stainless blades. So that's why I went with a 440C. Now, that can be changed in and out. The next batch we could do in 01 tool steel or something like that. But the first one's going to be in 440C, which I love for a pocket knife. But somebody was asking, they're new to the game. When I first started, I didn't want slip joints because that's what I grew up with, was all crappy wee slip joints that I never cut myself. Well, very rarely cut myself with them. It's not that they were dangerous. It's just what I grew up with. So I was into the modern. When I found out there was modern knives and there was a place I could get them in the UK, and I was able to get them from China, which is where I got them first of all, before I even found out we had knife makers in this country. But once you get enough, well, for me, this is just me talking. Once I'd got to the stage for about 3 years, 3.5 years, I'd been buying folder after folder. And most of them I couldn't carry in this country. So it really didn't make sense to keep on buying folding knives that just seemed to like Civivi and Wee and all these. They bring out a whole batch of knives, 20 or 30, and they all look very similar to me. They're beautiful knives, nothing wrong with them whatsoever. Morning, Moose, how you doing? EDC Journeys, you're very welcome. How you doing? I haven't seen a video of yours in ages. I hope you're okay. Smash that like button. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. Yeah, just give it a whack on your way out. FC 440 is one of my favorites. It is. It's just an all-round decent steel, easy to sharpen. Have you seen the Heavy Forge Rougher as T10? Desert Fox, I have, and I want one just to see what they're like. They look really good. There's not many videos up on them. Anyway, I'm going to get back on that. I've been down. I've been down. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I hope you get back on the horse again. These Knives. Hello, my friend. These Knives is one of my favorite channels. I watch so many channels, but half the time I never get the chance, or not that I never get the chance. Where is this knife? One of my favorite knives of all time that I actually had it in yesterday's video or YouTube is this beautiful little, Isn't that just gorgeous? What's the blade length? The blade length is about just over 2.5 with a cutting edge of 2.25. This is the most beautiful, beautiful knife. And Danny sent me two of these now. They're not both exactly the same. Danny, what's the name of this maker? I've forgotten the blooming name of it. Do you know, every time I do a video, I have to look up the name of the maker because I can never remember it. But it is a stunning in micarta, and there's white liners. It's a 3-finger knife, but it is so great in hand. So great. Getting ready for school, enjoying knife talk. Yes, mate, I don't do these very often. I think a lot of the time because I felt as if there had to be LT Wright. That's it, LT Wright Frontier. Thanks, Danny. This is one of my favourite knives ever. I use this so much. Now, you can see my knives. There's maybe not a whole lot of them. I was using this one yesterday, actually, so a couple of wee marks on it. But Jason, thank you very much. And the same to you. Prayers to you and your family. So this is just down the caravan. This is great. I put it in this wee leather sheath. I have my pen in there. I have a little flashlight, and it's a push button flashlight so that I can use it without taking it out of the sheath. This big sheath that I had made for it, this is HSEDC over here in the UK. His sheath is just perfect for putting this wee knife in, and it sits in perfectly, and I just take that out with me when I'm going out at night. Beautiful carry, really nice carry. So that's Danny. I've gone again, haven't I? Jason, thank you very much indeed. Take care. Nice to see you. Yeah, Danny, it's really lovely. It's a lovely combo. If you're going out walking the dog at night, I throw that in. And I'm not taking it out for defense. I'm taking it out because I'm a knife dude. And I usually have a clip point, and or a clip point. I have a traditional in my pocket, and I'll have that in my outside pocket when I'm walking the dog at night. Not for defense, just in case there's any dangerous twigs in my way that I have to hack through. It's so there's not that many of you are really traditional, and you know, it's funny, I really do appreciate my subs because I've gone through this channel in a wave, and I get stuck on something, and then I get into it. Slip joints for about 1.5 years I've been just madly into buying, and I've moved on an awful lot of knives so that I could buy them, and I'm really enjoying that. But then I went out last week and I just showed this one now. I got this one off Congi. The Great Outdoors, how you doing? I'm glad you're big on them, mate. At least there's two of us here. This Three Rivers, I have to say, people kept talking about them, and I heard them, and I thought, I'll not buy one until I get the slip joint version, but they'd sold out over here. There was nobody selling them, but I managed to get this one. The most comfortable. That little clip on it, there's nothing special about that little, it's just a stamped clip, but you don't feel it whatsoever. And it's one of the most comfortable knives I have ever held and used. Thin behind the edge. In fact, it's incredibly thin. Let me just show you how thin that is. It's a slicing machine. The Great Outdoors. And you're from the north too. My goodness, where are you from, big lad? Tobias, how are you doing? Must be early in the morning over in the States. Kyle Ledalak, I want a Three Rivers, but I'm too scared to try importing them after hearing what happened to others. Banbridge. My goodness, you're not that far away. I'm down in Clockey here, just near Portavogie. If you're ever up this way, please stop by the caravan for a cup of tea. And I live in Bangor. Anybody else out there who's from Northern Ireland? I live in Bangor. Let me know when you're up in the area. Please, anytime. Awesome. TV on Neutron Slip. Super slices. They really are, Danny. Absolutely super. I know you. In fact, yeah, I'm sure I've seen one on your YouTube channel. That is, I have to say, it's really good. This is a great slicer too, but it's more of a heavy duty slicer, if that makes any sense. So the wee this wee one really has taken me by surprise. But I got this Lion Steel one. It just looks like a Benchmade 940 in a small slip joint version. And you know what I think of the Benchmade 940. I just love the shape of this. And with M390, if I want something that's going to last me all day, which I never really do, but that's what I use. That's what I use. Some of the nicest people thinking of starting in in slip joints. There's two great little knives. These are Boker Barlow's. This is a spear point, this is a clip, but this one's in 01 tool steel, and this one's in, what was this one in? Can't remember, but it was a carbon steel. But they're both beautiful little knives, absolutely lovely knives, and a reasonable price and really good quality. Landsteel are knocking it out of the park. They are. I mean, I do like, one of my favourite clip points of all time is the Gitano. I love this knife. This pocket clip as well. This thing buries in the pocket and hides. It makes this knife a joy to carry. Really, really lovely clip point on it, though. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I had the Best Man for a while as well. It wasn't. I found them a bit thick and chunky. They're absolutely beautiful knives. Landsteel just make really nice knives in M390, and they're excellent knives. But I just found it a wee bit thick and heavy for the pocket, especially because most of the times I'm in tracksuit bottoms or something like that. You'll have to excuse the big glasses. I need them when I'm reading this camera in front of me. Get a wee sip of my tea here and drying up. Tobias, I think you would like the Gitano for that. It's a beautiful big clip. And the micarta, because you're getting into micarta, the micarta one is beautiful. It's a smooth micarta, but because of listen to that, the retention is just amazing. It's one of them knives you never worry about when you're cutting. Even if you pull back, to break that spine is next to impossible. Yeah, I know that I got one. This one here was one of the knives and tools, or knives for men. It was one of their exclusive in the micarta. Beautiful knife. That's 01, I know that. Manor Smith Knives FC, the Landsteel Dom is my Grail knife. Yeah, I mean, they're just lovely knives. They really are. Who's that there? Is that Gizmo? Mr. Carr, how you doing? How are you doing? Well, Paddy, I need to run. Look, get your wee video up. It's really, really nice to see you, and prayers to you. Just get back whenever you can. We'll be waiting for you. You have enough people here that love you and care for you. Where was it going? I have no idea where I go when I start talking. Do you know what's funny? A lot of you boys that have channels, do you actually script your videos? I remember I've tried it about 3 times where I always have a bit of paper in front of me. I'll write down what I'm going to say. I cannot do it. Mr. Gear Bear, hi. I haven't seen you for ages. How you doing? Spanish Navaja, yes. And this is one that you'll like. I'm going to do a wee video on this, but I want to clean it up first. Look at this that I got on Etsy. This is a little mini Navaja, but it's got the, the lockback where you push this up. It's not in bad condition. Oh, it's a blooming nightmare trying to get this. It needs a bit of a cleaning out. Let me just get this again. Oh, the blooming thing's stuck on me now. We're in trouble. I've busted. What have I done to it? Oh, there we go. You put it down again. Yes, this is a beautiful wheel I'm going to clean up. Now, it's just faux stag. I don't believe that's real stag whatsoever. But I thought it was a lovely wee knife, so I'm going to clean that up. And I'll do a wee video on it when I've cleaned it up. But lovely little blade shape as well. Moved to Tennessee, no knife laws, 40 minutes from Smoky Mountain knife work. Oh, I am so jealous. Hello, who was the one below? I'll get you in a wee minute. So jealous of you. I could spend weeks in Smoky Mountain. I could come for a week's holiday in America and just go to Smoky Mountain. Pioneer, how you doing? Stuff we do. Hello there. I have ballet points, but they go to that's about 2 seconds. I have ballot points. All right. Navaja was designed for self-defense. I may be mistaken. I think, well, I thought it was more of a peasant type knife, but I suppose peasants in the older days, self-defense was probably part of that. Ski was there, missed out regrettably. Sandra, how you doing? Nice to see you. Schneider, SMK, Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Oh, to have somewhere like that in the UK would just be amazing. Amazing. Kuto, how you doing? Do you know, when I asked a wee question, I posted a knife to Germany and it left me, must be 10 days ago. And it got to the airport and it's been stuck there ever since. And I tried to get in contact with them, but they're blaming COVID for not answering the phone. But I've also got a knife that's being sent from England to Ireland that's stuck in London for 10 days that I haven't got. So I don't know, is anybody else having trouble with the London post? Both of them are at Heathrow, are going to Heathrow and coming from Heathrow. When you do a video, it's more or less... Oh, no, I missed that. I don't know how to get these things. This is where I'm bad at it. I don't know how to get it because after about 2 seconds, the names and all your writing goes away. So I'll have to wait for the next person before I get to read it. So is there any knives you want to see while I'm here? Anybody got something that they're dying to see? I've got most of my knives in the caravan, all sitting in front of me here. Everything's just at hand reach. I've got a lovely wee room to buy as a more or less a stream of conscience. I try. Yeah, I cannot script. That's where risky. No, I've tried so hard to stick to a rhythm or so, but I just start talking and my mouth won't stop. My favourite TUW. Now, that's right beside your little head there. It's this one here. It's the Barlow. It is, oh, it's got all manky now. It's this one here, and I was debating whether to give this one away in my 10,000 subs or the Desert Ironwood. I have finally come to the conclusion. I actually have it out of my box and packed away. So for my 10,000 subs, the first prize is going to be the TUW Barlow. And this is the high-end TNW knives. It's going to be the TEW, Taylor's Eyewitness Barlow in Desert Ironwood. This is mine. This is in Poplar Burl. And this was my first one. And I was going to keep the Desert Ironwood. It's beautiful Desert Ironwood. Whoever gets it will love it. I don't care whether you like slip joints or not. You will love it. These are beautiful slip joints. Big Ricasso, so you can get up there. You're safe as houses. Lovely big bulbous end. So that's going to be the first prize on my... that's going to be the first prize of my 10,000 subs. And we've just gone over the 9,800. So we're not far away, hopefully. A couple of months we should be there, and that's the first prize. And then the second prize, what did I say the second prize? Oh, what was the second prize? It's forgotten what the second. Anybody can remember what the second prize was? Tiny Outdoors. Hi there, I'm from Newfoundland. Well, you're very, very welcome here in Northern Ireland. Paddy, howdy from Northern California. Hello, how you doing from wee Paddy in Northern Ireland? Lovely to see these people that I see on the channels all the time. And it's lovely to see their names. I really must do these more often. They're just a bit out of my comfort zone, if you know what I mean. But I should start making. I've done them for a while and I enjoyed them, and then I got out of the habit. Have you checked out Mr. Barlow Knife Channel? Actually, I was watching his video this morning, and he's the next person I'm doing in the shout out. I've got Mr. Barlow and Knifey Knifey are the next two I'm going to do shout outs. On yesterday's video, when I was doing the giveaway, I'd done a shout out for two lads, and the next two I'm doing is Mr. Barlow. He's only got about 49 subs. So if you're here, Mr. Barlow, go over and check him out. Lovely channel, just started, about 49 subs. I just think getting people over that 100 gives them a real boost that it's worth their while staying about. Class, how you doing? Chase, sorry, I can't remember your second prize. No, I can't remember what the second prize was. It'll come to me, I'm sure, about a week's time. Because I've no memory. I'm at that stage in life where my memory is gone. What did I say the second prize was? I know it's a nice knife. I know it's a nice knife, he says, but not a clue what it is. Anyway, it'll be a nice knife. Andrew, that's really nice of you. Thank you very much. Knifey Knifey and what did I say his other name was? Mr. Barlow. Yeah, two really good channels. So pop over. I'll be giving them a shout out the next time. And I want to start doing that again more often because we're starting to get quite a lot of people coming in. They're not all Barlows. The second prize is a locking knife, and the third prize is two Barlows. Not Barlows. Two where are they? Two brother knives. Two brother knives. So there you go. Yeah, that Barlow, the Desert Ironwood one, the figuration in it is absolutely beautiful. Cheerio, Therapeutic Edge. Really nice of you to stop by. Thank you very much. Yeah, Taylor's Eyewitness just making beautiful knives, I have to say. That's Lee White is the boy that makes them. He makes all the range for TEW, Taylor's Eyewitness, from their basic ones at £30 right up to, these are about between 160, 180, depending on what you get. Once you go over into the fancy materials, they're even higher. Paddy, I need a nice green bone, easy to open, with a lamb's foot. Any idea where you can try? A green bone lamb's foot. Well, Sandra, I have this one here. It's an Arthur Wright and Sons. It's like a green and yellow bone. There's nothing fancy about it, but it's got a very strong back spring. I'm not sure how your strength... The back spring is a really tight back spring, but it's that old-fashioned... It really is a... Now, you can pull it out, but I don't know what your strength is. Centered is pretty good. It's just a lovely, big lamb's foot knife. If you're interested, contact me on Instagram, private message me, and I'll send that to you. It's nothing wonderful. It's just a knife, you know. That's all it is, just a cheap one. But you're more than welcome to it. You're more than welcome. Good day, Paddy. What's your favourite GEC? Without a shadow of a doubt, probably my favourite is the Northwoods. This Northwoods here. This is the Lincoln Jack, I think it is. Is it Lincoln? I can't remember now what it is, but that's my favourite. I just love the way GEC does the Northwood knives. Really useful knife. Not a great slicer, but just a beautiful cutting knife. But the one I've got coming, I'm really looking forward to. As far as a user, now I do use that Northwoods quite a lot. This is a beautiful knife. This is a number 73. This is a beautiful knife. Really, really gorgeous. It's Appalachia bone, which is from the horse, the Appalachia bone. It's that color, but a beautiful drop point with a lovely swedge on both sides of the knife. Really stunning. And a great work knife. Full 4 fingers. A great working knife. I like strong English words now. Yeah, some of them have more tension than a bear trap. To be honest, I really do. There's some of them, I mean, the ones that I got off, actually, this custom one is just about perfect. It's about a 7, which is lovely. It's when they get up to 8 and 9, then they start becoming... Yeah, Sandra, just send me a wee message on Instagram and we'll get that sent to you. So, yeah, one of the strangest knives I bought recently, though, I'll have to say, if you like GECs, is this one. This is the bullet knife. Now, this is the GEC version, not the Smoky Mountain Knife Work. The Smoky Mountain Knife Work is the baby version of this, and it's a full-size knife. But this big beastie boy, when you see this, if you haven't seen this, it's just, look at the size. I'll have to get that on the camera. Look at the size of that. Here's a wee ruler here. The blade on it is about 3.5 cutting edge on a slip joint. It is absolutely stunning. Love those bullet knives. It's my first bullet knife, but it's massive. I mean, I have a medium large hand, And if I put it the butt to the end there, that's how much will stick out the top. It's just a beautiful, beautiful. But the fit and finish, this is what I love. It doesn't matter where GC are doing little small knives or big one. The fit and finish, look at them two blades up the centre and not a gap in the back spring. And that's why I like GEC. That's why I pay the money for them, because they are just beautiful. And let me tell you, folks, I know I've got quite a lot, and I do get it. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't have any other bad habits. I'm too old for them all now. So that's what I spent my money on. That's my all my pocket money. And now, to be honest, this last 6 months, I really don't buy a lot. I sell and then buy, which is something I've only just getting into the hang of. That's a really old pattern. It dates from 19th century. Yeah, I believe that was the first knife that Remington made. Am I right or wrong there? And it was the large bullet knife, that size. Living the dream. Jeez, sorry, I am. You get to your 60s, and well, for me, life has just got, a bit easier. I'm not under that stress of having to find pounds, find shillings. I'm not well off, but I am very comfortable compared to an awful lot of people out there. I have a wife who doesn't mind me. I've got my pocket money. As long as I don't eat in their handbags or shoes, I'm all right. I wish I could have more GECs. The trouble is, Desert Fox, you never get enough. And I set myself a target of 25. I'm not going over 25. I've actually come down now to about 23 because I'd sold one to a friend who was wanting to get into it over here. But yeah, GECs, I set myself it's not going over 25. I'm going back down at the minute. Case now, I've another lovely case knife coming. Well, at the end of the month, I've got it. And I'm trying to pick up more. I've got my Shatton Morgans. This is another beautiful. There's another company that in America, you can pick them up at really good prices. But in the UK, it's quite difficult to get them. I'll keep saying it again. Congi's Knife Sales. He just gets a different batch in every week. It's always worth checking out. But look at that for a beautiful clip as well. Isn't that just gorgeous, that Shatton Morgan? And that's the worm groove bone, which I really, really liked an awful lot more than I thought I would. It is stunning. Beautiful knife, full 4-finger grip on it. Stunning knife. And again, this is the Trapper version. But it's in the rifle handle. You have the shape of the rifle handle, or stock, I should say. Gun stock, isn't that what they call it? Yeah, gun stock. But yeah, the Shatton Morgan's another. This is another one that I traded for. It's a beautiful. Look at that stag. Isn't that just a single-bladed clip Barlow? I could have done without this little finger. Oh, there isn't a finger nick there. What am I looking at? Oh, there is, yeah. There's a finger. I could have done without that. The long pull would have been long enough. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Look, Desert Fox, yeah, I mean, I don't know where jealous is word, because when I started out, most of my knives were Ganzos and Rough Riders. That's what I went, and that's what I had most of the time for a year, and they're absolutely smashing. I still haven't fallen out of love. I have a full drawer here. Literally a full drawer of Rough Riders. It's 3 deep, by the way. You just can't see the top layer. Of Rough Riders. They're solely just Rough Riders in there. And I love them because I found out, starting at Rough Riders, you can find out what knife patterns you like. So when you start to buy the more expensive ones, you're not wasting money or time on knives that you don't like in hand. I also don't get the 2 pulls on a blade. No, the 2 pulls, I just don't get it at all. Especially when you've got a long pull. I don't see the point of that. I mean, Rough Rider are the same. They do the same thing on their larger knives. I'm trying to get one out here that's got, I haven't got one in front of me that's got it. Always the way. But yeah, there's a Rough Rider Trapper. And they have that too, and even a nail nick as well. It looks even worse. So, what's it? Defending the Confederacy. That was a gift from someone. And it's funny, they do a lot of these bone where the front of them's very dark and then the back is beautiful looking because it hasn't taken it as well. There we go. I don't know whether... There's the Best Buy from Rough Rider, I think, at the minute. And this is their... this is in... is it T10 or something? It's in carbon steel. This is an absolutely cracker, and whatever they've done with their carbon, they've heat treated it well. This is a beautiful knife. The micarta is rough. Now, when I say rough, it's not cut your finger, but it is really rough. Absolutely beautiful. Goodbye, English friends, and everything. Thank you for this live. Kuto, thank you so much. And I still cannot get the English translation of your channel on my phone, and I've asked everybody. So I still don't know. I must put that out there live somewhere. I'll do a video and see if I can get it. The next time we're live, I'll get somebody to show me because I cannot get it. Kudos from France, and he does some great old French knives. But I can't get the English to come up on my... It's in... I just don't know where to go to change the settings so that I can get the English writing. Oh, I'm leaning back and forward here like a yo-yo. RJ Knives. Good morning, RJ. How are you doing? Tiny Outdoors. Own any fixed blades? I have quite a lot of fixed blades, but I'm doing once a month. I've just done one yesterday. I was a couple of days late. At the end of the month, the last Friday in the month, I'm doing a giveaway for the next 4 months of a fixed blade. It's a brother. And the next one for giving away is... Oh, that's a beauty. The next one I'm giving away is a Brother 00110. That'll be given away next month. It's a full flat ground. So this is really a camp knife that you can use for cooking, splitting anything, splitting a log. It's got about a 3mm back spine. Jimping is absolutely perfect on this. Your hand doesn't move. It's in micarta. It's absolutely beautiful. 2 holes going through the front and the back here. I like that Sheffield knife. I was making tons of boys doing the American General Lee and the next day. So that's what will be given away next month. So whoever that was, ever had a Laguille slip joint? I had a beautiful Laguille and I traded it for a slip joint and I've regretted it ever since. But I'll tell you what it did get, which is, I know a lot of people call me naughty for it. I got an old cheap one from China, just so as I would have. So I have that one, and it's actually in bone. I got this one from China. And to be honest with you, there's a bit of gap in at the back here, but the blade steel, everything about it it's all right. But it was so much cheaper, and I just wanted one so I'd have one on the channel to show. But it came from China, and not the home of the Laguille. But I will get one again. I'll trade a knife for a Laguille. I had a lovely one. It was quite expensive, and I was sorry I got rid of it. So yes, Mr. Gearbear, that's the only one I've got. I think it cost me 20 quid. It's so nice to hear from you. It's lovely to hear from people you haven't heard of in a long while. Oh, that's awful nice of you. Thank you so much indeed. Therapeutic Edge, $10. How nice. That's really, really nice. I never say anything about it. It was one of the things I put up there, but that's just, thank you so much indeed. I really appreciate that. All goes to postage, as you know yourself. It all goes somewhere else. Never goes in the pocket. And that's the joy of knife collecting. You're not doing this for money, unless you've got, subs like Cedric and Ada. I think he's made some knives for a short period of clothes in Nova Scotia. Do you know, I have a knife up on my daughter's house at the minute. I want to get Tobias' advice on this. It's an Imperial made in Ireland, and it's a Stockman, and it's got the faux black jigged bolsters on it. I'm sure they're faux. So I really I need Tobias to give me a wee bit of back info on it. I've got this book. I've recently got this, the Levine's Guide. This is a marvelous book. I managed to get this for 30 quid on eBay, which I think was a bargain because everybody kept saying uh, everybody kept saying they're so hard to get and they're so expensive. But I think 30 quid was pretty good for it. I was over the moon to get it. In fact, I think Sally bought it for me. So so there you go. Just a true story, glad to help. Oh, it's just amazing. Thank you so much. Andrew, how often do you regret giveaway you've posted? I'm a typical knife junkie. I hate giving away any of my knives. Do you know, should it be the cheapest little Rough Rider? Here's one. Look, I've had this knife for, it must be 4 years. It's a little lockback Rough Rider. You can't get them anymore. Well, I haven't seen them. It's a little lockback Rough Rider. I love this as much as I love my GECs because I used this for a whole week once just to see if I could get through a week. I got through a week with no problem with this. So even a wee Rough Rider that costs £10, probably cheaper in the States, probably half that price in the States, I love that just as much. So here, I bought 5 Ottermesser in the last couple of weeks. Ottermesser, just beautiful knives. You cannot go wrong with Ottermesser. I have a couple here. I have this one. I'm sure you got that one when you were getting them. The Sailor's Knife. One of the nicest slip joints you'll ever get, and at a really, really reasonable price. And look at that brass inlay. It is so smooth you wouldn't feel it. Beautiful knife. And I think I actually bought another one recently, did I? No, I probably didn't. What am I thinking? I'm looking here at my knives. I'm trying not to be ignorant, but oh, I'll tell you what I have got coming up. I've got a video probably tomorrow. And for those of you in America, this is a great... look at this. The Sabat, La Sabat, France. It's in 1075 carbon steel. It is a beautiful, with a bone handle. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Lovely working blade. Now, this is a cheap version of the Sabats, can go up to really high prices. This is, it's sort of, when I say rough around the edges, this is not your GEC or case quality, but look at that back spring. Look how tight that is up there. There's no movement whatsoever. I gave this a really good sharpening yesterday before I do the video on it. It came all right, but there was a couple of wee bits in the blade that weren't great, so I'll give it a hand sharpen with my big plates, which I haven't done for ages, and I had so much pleasure. It took me longer than normal, but it was nice to get back. Every now and then I go through a stage using the fixed blade or just hand sharpening, but getting the big plates out and doing the proper sharpening, there's nothing nicer when you get an edge, and this edge on this now is just, I don't seem to get that sort of an edge when I'm using, a fixed grade. This, I just love it. So I'm going to do a review on this, and this is from Knives of France, and he's in America. Now, he sent this to me for review. He sent it free, and this is their basic sort of model. I think it's $50. I'm not sure of the price, but this is the basic model. But when I say basic, please treat that with a pinch of salt. This is a superb work knife. Absolutely superb. Really lovely lockout. Nice big choil so you can get or a castle, I should say, so you can get your finger up there. Nice and safe. Very strong back spring. Again, now it's obviously not a lock. There's no secondary lock on the way up. It's just a cam tang, but really strong. I love this. But he does all French knives, Le Thur, all the really top end. But he's in America now, so you're not having to pay that European charge to get your knife to America. He sent this to me because I have a bunch of American subs, and I just think it's great that you can get it now in America. I mean, I would order from him because it's not that dear now to get them sent. Entry level, 45 euros. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I think it is $50 in America, but he's obviously got to get them sent out to him there. So, I mean, I just think this is a super knife. The review tomorrow or the day after on this. Hey, Paddy, you should make a few videos about sheep foot slip joints only. Yeah, there's not a problem. EDC Corner, not a problem. I can definitely do that. David, hello, Blade Banter. How are you? Long time no speak. I hope you're doing very well. Lovely to see the success of your knife. That really is marvellous. I'm very pleased for you. And I hope it keeps going for you, sir. Yes, sheepfoot. I've quite a few sheepfoot. It's a blade I like, I have to say. Greetings from Crete. I couldn't pronounce that name. Your life just in you are always. Thank you so much. So yes, I've got that video coming up, and I'll maybe put in a sheepfoot video after that. So no problem. It gives me something else. I love it when my subs give me ideas. So if you ever commented on my videos, give me an idea of a video you want to see, because 9 times out of 10 I'll do it. Okay, Lusky, Ireland. This is also Rough Riders are made the best materials with the diamond knives. This one, I'm going to get it tomorrow. I have to go up to my daughter's tomorrow. That video is probably going to be Thursday. I have to go up to my daughter's tomorrow. Hello, the Last Ranger. How are you? Slick Slicers. How are you, sir? Yes, I have to go up to my daughter's tomorrow, so I'll get that Imperial tomorrow, and I'll do the video probably just a quick look over the weekend. I want to let Tobias have a look at it. Tobias is my slip down guru for older things. And I suppose there's one thing I'd like to say. I'd love to just say about, as a friend of Tobias, Eric at Slick Slicers, is Warthog, Rick. I haven't heard much from him for a while now. I know he wasn't very well. He's still in hospital, I believe. But I just want, if we're all there, give a prayer for him. Keep looking out for him. I pray for him every night. I miss him. I love his channel and I love his knives. I really, really, I wish him a speedy get home quick, because he owes me a video. He's going to do a video on Shatton Morgan. So yes, if you've got just a couple of seconds, say a wee prayer for him, and hopefully he'll get back to us and we'll get another wee video from him. RJ, top of the morning to you. Jersey Knife Guy. Hello, Pete. How you doing, sir? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I'm getting all these names here. Glenn, yeah, every day I have to say, I just think he's a cracking man. A cracking man. If it was that way inclined, I'd give him a good snog. But Rick is waiting this down. I hope he's not watching this video. I've just given him a heart attack. Bless him. Bless him. I'll have a wee puff on my... Oh. This is my bad habit. And this costs me, £3-4 a week. That's my man. Here's RJ. And it's really lovely to see you, America. I thought this would have been a bit early for you in America, but it's really nice to see you. I really appreciate it. You're coming along. I'm not going to... How long have I been on? Dude, gosh almighty. Nearly an hour. So we've got about 6 minutes. I'll stay on the hour. That's probably long enough for anybody to listen to me talking. Anybody else got a Grail knife out there that they're getting close to getting? Or just watch your Grail knives? I love to hear other people's Grail knives. I suppose that's really... Sandra, my name's Sandra, my name is Peter Worthington. Oh, see, look, Sandra, you weren't getting the knife because you were a Sandra. You were just getting the knife because you'd asked and I had one. Peter, it's nice to see you. Look, get me on Instagram. There's absolutely not a problem. American Blade. That's tickled me now. Sandra's now, Peter. Should collect Benchmade if you're in Kinsley. My girl, the 19th century Hirschfanger in good condition. Oh, you'll have to show a picture of that, Tobias, in one of your... Maybe you have. Tell me the video. I'd love to see that. Lambic Whippersnapper, beautiful looking little knives. Lovely. Chris, really lovely to see you. I need time for a list. Um, yeah, grill knives. I used to have grill knives, and now I really don't. Oh, Danny, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Danny just gave me $9.99 or $9.99 or $10, whatever you want to put it. Really, really thank you for it. There can only be one The Last Ranger. Any GEC would be a grill. Todd, that was mine for a long time. That was mine for a long time. Any GEC. I have to say, I think the first one I got, actually, the first one I got is a man that's on here. And I wonder if he remembers this. He sent this to me in America. He sold this to me for a really, really good price. And this is one of all my collection, this knife has been used more than most. I have cleaned this off and got it dirty again. Does anybody out there recognize this at all? This was my first GEC. It's a number 78. Lovely 4-fingered grip knife. Beautiful, thin behind the edge. Big spear point, fat spear point. Just beautiful. So once I got this, I knew I was gone. It was just gone. It took me probably nearly 2 years before I got my next one. Mr. Gearby, I wondered if you'd remember it. Still got it. Still one of my favorite knives. This never going anywhere. I love it. My GEC 56 pattern will be my grill. It's my only GEC. Hey, Desert Fuck, that's it. If you get a chance to get one of your grill knives, life's there. I mean, the next one is never going to be. I always think, yes, I've had lots of different grill knives, but the first one was the one that I danced around the carpet in my front room. Now, if you're new to my channel, if you go back about 3 years ago, I got this knife. This was my grill knife because then I didn't have the income I have now or whatever, but the 940 was my grill knife. And one of my subs back then, one of the boys who I followed religiously, nearly daily, sent that to me, and I danced around the living room when I first got it. I probably showed off nearly everything that day, David. It was one of the happiest days in my life. I'll never forget it. It was one of the happiest days. And that, if somebody says to me, what's your grill knife? That was my grill knife. I've had lots of other ones. I've had lots of lovely gifts. But that first one, I thought it was just heaven. I just thought I had made it in the knife world. I was a proper knife person. Isn't that silly? But I'm a silly old boy. But I really did think life wasn't going to get any better than that in the knife world. I got to get me the 940 is just a lovely knife. It really is a lovely knife. And I see they brought out the smaller one. The 940 is small enough for me. I wouldn't want to go any smaller. And it's funny. I don't know whether any of you are the same. The Benchmade Bug Out, all the light knives that came out there, I've sort of got rid of all them because, yeah, the gimmicky was all right. But then most people were getting titanium scales on them and making them heavier. And I thought, I bought it solely because it was light. And all the new scales are all making it heavier. What is the point? So I have to be honest with you. I've got rid of most of them and bought traditional knives in their place. Here is another knife, which this blew me away when I got this. This is from Ashley Harrison. Look at that. How pretty is that? It's a razor knife. It is just, I've actually just done the review on this, so you've probably all just seen it. The review's just gone up yesterday or the day before. This is just a beautiful, beautiful knife. I love it. It was actually messing about in his shop, just making something that he hadn't made before. Dom Bond. There's a name I haven't seen for a while either. What's the knife you wish you would get next, Paddy? I'm really looking for, at the end of the month, a boy's keeping a knife for me, and it's a case knife. I'm not going to say any more. It's one of the higher end case knives, much like this one, the Tony Bose Select. It's another one of these, and he's given it to me at a really, really good price. And he's keeping it for me. So that's my next sort of one that I'm really looking forward to. I have a 77 Barlow. Yeah, I got. This is 77. I can never. Aye, that's it. I've got the 77 Barlow, the twin bladed one. And this came with the red scales, but they were nearly red pink, and they were so light. I actually dyed the bone on this a little bit darker. It looks pinkish on there, but it is actually red. But what a beautiful big Barlow. Just a bit bigger than the boy's knife, you know, a really good handful. Beautiful clip. I just love the GEC clip. Where did you get that? I forgot about that. This was on its way to Slick Slicers when we used to do a wee pass around. And I managed, he kindly, and I mean very kindly, I think we traded for something else. I can't even remember what it was. Again, one of those knives that's there that's just beautiful. And I enjoy immensely. What else have I got new that... I'm trying to think what else I've got new recently. Oh, I'll tell you what I did get. A lovely wee case. Now, this is one for Tobias. This is a two-bladed toothpick. Isn't that the most beautiful? I'll get that other blade up, do you see? It's just the most beautiful little toothpick. Two-bladed toothpick, about the size of a peanut. The pocket-worn edition in beautiful blue bone. How lovely is that for a wee fifth pocket drop? RJs, take care. It's lovely to see you, my friend. Isn't that a beautiful little toothpick? I just think the bone in this is beautiful. Hey, Paddy, did you see the new Real Steel Barlow put out by Heine Ains? Yeah, I did. I used to have the Heine Ains. Was it... I think it was Real Steel too, there, a titanium Barlow. I had it years ago. I'm trying not to buy any more modern slip joints. I've got enough now of what I need. That sounds terribly stuck-upish, but I've got enough, the modern ones. Just going to show you some of the ones that I have that are the modern. They're my 4 modern slip joints. The Viator, the Hinderer Slippy, sorry, the Lion Steel Oat Knot, and the Gitano. And that's, I have lots of cheaper versions, but that's my main ones. And I really don't feel as if I need a whole lot more. That's about my limit. Because in all reality, I end up just going with my traditionals and putting them in my pocket at the minute. But I don't want to get rid of all my knives from the lock-in and the sort of modern knives, because I still do like them and I still use them every now and then. Paddy, have you ever owned a Buck Vantage Avid? I'm in love with mine. No, I have about 4 Buck knives. I only got the Buck 110 this year. I've had a Buck 55 for years and years, and both me and Eric have a love affair with another big Buck. Where's my other big Buck? You know, I probably haven't got it here. I've got it hidden somewhere. No, I don't have the Vantage. I also have... Where's my Buck? I don't know where I've got it. I have a lovely... Me and Eric have the same knife. A big Buck. Where is it? There's the... My goodness, I don't know where it is. It must be about somewhere. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Here. This is the, I have had this knife for years upon years. You'll see the state of it. This was my fishing knife, and I used to take it bushcrafting when I'd done the bushcrafting. Beautiful big knife. Really lovely. You know, it's a lump of a knife, but it's a big handle you can get hold of. I used this for everything, and I loved it. Eric has the same one, except I don't think he's got the gut hook in it. But I always thought, see the liner lock on that? I always thought, God, that's so thin. This knife's not going to be... Couldn't have been further from the truth. I literally have batoned with this. Now, not huge batoning, but I've done it. when I was bushcraft because it was the only knife I had with me. But just a thumping great knife, which I love. Which I love. So there you go, folks. We're at 1 hour and 5 minutes. I'm going to head on now and see the wee wife. The Viper Gunstock. Yes, I've seen it, Peter. Yes, I have. And it looks beautiful. I have to say, it looks really, really nice. Really, really nice. Thank you so much for joining in. You've actually made this a bit of a joy. I've enjoyed it. I know I do an awful lot of talking, but thank you so much. I'm probably going to try and do this maybe once a week around this time. God bless you all. Prayers to those who are not well, especially my mate Warthog, and anybody else out there who needs a prayer. You can have one on me. All right, take care, everybody. Thank you very much indeed. Sandra, see you shortly. Bye-bye now. All the best. Bye now. How do I stop it? Hit this up here. Are you sure you want to stop?